Alright, hi you guys. So I know this video is going to have no intro, no outro because I'm recording from my phone. As you guys can tell, I'm 100% sure because it's got those blocks on the side. If I hold it sideways and film, it'll fill up the whole screen, but it'll like, I don't know, it's weird. So I'm just going to hold it this way. How about that? Because it's easier. But I wanted to make a comment on that video because you guys know that back in the past I used to make commentary on Joy Sparkle's videos. And I wanted to make a comment on one of the ones that she posted about herself, and her like health issues and her weight and stuff. And one of the things that that's something that I tried to get across a long time ago too, is like, you know, sometimes people's weight and their health, it's not just about what you eat. Like, cause if you guys only knew like what I eat in a day is like almost nothing. It's like literally almost, because I sleep most of the time. Oh, you can't, like, my eyeshadow looks really weird. I sleep most of the time, and then like I like Greek yogurt, or I don't eat meat. Like, I like fruits and vegetables. I don't like eating meat. I don't like eating stuff like that. I can't afford fast food, so it's like I don't eat like pizza and stuff. Like, I drink coffee and smoke cigarettes, and that's the most of it. But like, my problem started about 3 years ago when, right before I got on the methadone clinic again. Now, first of all, I want to say, I know that some people have a weight effect from the methadone, but I've been on it 3 times. I've never had a weight effect from the methadone. But this started before I got on it. I took a shower at my parents' house, and when I got out, my dad walked in after me, and he was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Look in the shower," and and there was so much of my hair. So much of my hair. It was unbelievable. He was like, clean that up. Like, it was nasty. And I was like, oh my, and like, I was like, holy shit. Like, did I like cut a chunk of my hair out with a razor on accident? Like, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know. And then, like, you know, like, my hair was fine. Like, I couldn't really tell where it came from because, like, I'm, like, Italian. I got a lot of hair. So I couldn't really tell right away. Now I can tell my hair is a lot thinner than it was. From hypothyroid and from having adrenal gland issues. Now let me give like a little bit of insight into like what that is. Now your adrenal glands and your adrenal glands are what let out cortisol. Have you guys ever seen that commercial? Like, cortisol is what makes you gain weight, and if you take this medication. Alright, so yeah, basically that part is true. So for me, like someone who has hypothyroid and problems, like I have, I'm now getting treated for PCOS, polycystic ovarian disease. For me, like, I don't have to eat a lot of food, like, and I'll still, like, slowly, like, you gain weight till you plateau. Like, I plateaued, my first year. I gained a ton of weight the first year, and then plateaued, stayed the same for the next 2 years, which is till now. Like, I was always like underweight, mad skinny. I was doing drugs a long time ago. Like, it was a mess, and it was really hard to get used to, and it's hard to adjust to. It was very different not being, you know, like the tiny person that you always used to be, and I can understand why she would feel that way. And you know, it really sucks, and that's why I think it's nice that she wants to bring awareness to that. I think that's really great because, like, for people like me, for people like her who have these hormonal issues, like, if we go, like, let's say I go to the gym and I work out, if I could with my foot even, I would be putting my body under stress, and it would send stress signals to my adrenal glands, which would release more cortisol, which would in turn not cause, I probably wouldn't lose any weight. I might not gain weight, but I would probably just stay the same. Like, it wouldn't do anything. Like, it might just cause more of a negative impact than anything. Like, for people like me or people like her, like, it has to be like slow walks, like going on like a walk, like going on like things like that, which I really can't even do with my leg. It can't be like extreme cardio and you just can't with these type of health issues. And so that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about, was that, because I know that like she had touched on it a little bit, And Charles Marlowe was somebody else. You know, he said something in his video. And if you go back and watch it, it was about, I watched till about 6 minutes and 50 seconds is when I stopped watching. And it wasn't because I just had to go. I just didn't have time anymore. But he had mentioned within that almost 7 minutes, you know, he was talking about how Joy and her new channel, how she like said, this is how it's going to be on my channel from now on. I'm not going to be shouting people out. I'm not going to be doing things. Hold on. Oh, what? I'm sorry. I'm like in the car still. I'm not going to be shouting people out. I'm not going to be doing things like that, blah, blah, blah. But, like, he had made a comment and said, like, this is the perfect place to, you know, like, kind of, like, shout each other out and lift each other up and whatever. But I want to see, I don't see how he was doing, like, kind of like practice what you preach, man. Like, I hate to say it, but, you know, you're saying what Joy should do, but you're not doing it either. Like, you're not doing it either. And that's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hypocritical. It's kind of, it's not that I don't like, and it's not that I don't like Charles Marlowe. It's like, I don't, like, I know that he's another recovering addict, and, you know, I touched on a topic a while ago, and, you know, he said, we can go that way. He said, before, oh wait, is it this way? He said before that, hold on one second, I gotta make sure we're going in the right direction. Did you put it in? Do you want me to put it in? I might have put it. Oh, there we go. So, what was I gonna say now? Oh, so he had said, like, you know, she plays the victim, and I gotta say this, Joy was the victim. At least for me, she was. I made Joy a victim from me. So when people say Joy was not the victim, Joy was not the victim, that's not necessarily true, because I made Joy a victim, and I will never delete those videos for one reason, because I'm not going to erase my past. And I could have went on, and I could have had thousands of views like I was getting before, and I could have kept talking all this horrible stuff about her, but I chose to take the high road, not keep talking drama about Joy, and apologize and move on from all that, because I don't want to be a hateful, spiteful person. Like, that's not what I want to be anymore. And, like, I'm really happy that I did that, but I cannot say, nobody can really sit here and say Joy was never a victim, because she absolutely was. And if she wasn't a victim to certain people, she was definitely a victim to me, and I admit that. And I know that what I did was just as bad. You know, arguing a bully with a bully with a bully with a bully being a bully, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's not how it works. And, you know, since then, I've talked to her. We have been very nice to each other. She has acknowledged publicly that I have been one of the only people to come up and say, look, I'm sorry. You know, I was wrong. And I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for acknowledging that. But she definitely doesn't have to. She never has to, because she doesn't need to thank me for forgiving her, or, you know, any of that, because I never should have done it in the first place. It's not I never wanted to be a drama channel, you know, like, and I'll be honest, when I saw, like, all the views it was getting, I was like the opportunity for money, I wanted to do it, and I became a part of what I hate. So now I want to see what happens this time around. I want to see what happens with Joy's channel. I want to see, like, you know, how this all goes. Like, you know, I'm happy that she's doing what she wants again. And the biggest thing that everybody needs to know is, if you do not like to watch somebody, just don't watch them. Just don't watch them. Don't watch them. You don't have to watch them. You don't have to watch me. You don't have to watch her. You don't have to watch anybody. You don't have to watch anybody you don't want to, because nobody's making you watch anyone. So that's just what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because I feel like there are so many hate comments these days, like, so many more people just coming out like with, And you know, like, I've been around the block with psychology. My brother went to school for psychology. Like, I know a lot about people's emotions and feelings and stuff like that. And it's very obvious, like, when people make some comments they do, it's not because, usually, yeah, there is some form of jealousy there. They might be jealous of the platform that you have, the people. They might be jealous that you have people that care about you. They might be jealous of a certain trait you have, or they might just be angry with their own life. So what I'm proposing, unlike Charles Marlowe, who kind of said something but didn't really do it himself, like he said, that this is a perfect place, like, you know, lift each other up, kind of like help each other out, but yet he didn't. So what I propose is that we try to do that, especially as women. Like, we need to stick together. Like, what the fuck? Like what? We really do. Women really do need to stick together. Especially, like, we don't need to be, like, I had so many people coming at me recently about the way that I looked. And, you know, I'm glad, all I can say is I hope it made them feel better, because it impacted me in ways that I don't even want to explain. Like, the hate and the bullying that I got recently in the past 2 weeks impacted me in a really shitty way. Like, and it's still there. So, like, please just try and remember that, like, what you say to people, whether you like, if you don't like somebody, like, just try and walk away, because you don't know what anyone's going through. Like, I don't know Joy personally. I only know what she's going through on a health aspect. You know what I mean? And all I can say to that is, like, that's really hard to deal with. So, like, let's try and be as uplifting as we can and as kind to each other as we can. Doesn't mean you have to like somebody. It doesn't mean you have to be friends with them. But, you know, you don't have to be a jerk either. So that's pretty much kind of what I wanted to say. With that being said, just left the clinic now. Poor guy, they wouldn't dose him because they thought he was gonna have a seizure. Well, if he wasn't before, he definitely will now if he doesn't get his meds, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you don't have anything nice to say, please don't say anything. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Enjoy if you see this. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.